Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time and consideration of this item. I'm Steve Butler. I am from the Michael Butler Brick family. My great-great-grandfather moved here in 1873 and assembled 90-plus acres on the south side of the river. It was always his dream to give that back to the city, and it took 2 more generations to get for my grandfather, Mike Butler, to get enough buy-in from the family to do it. So it was technically sold for, I guess, a refund of a fraction of the taxes that were paid on it. It was always considered a gift by my family, and so it wasn't for fair market value, if that was the implication that you had, that it was that almost the entire value was given to the city. Not that that really matters why we're here today, but I just thought I'd mention that, set the record straight. So here I'm here to oppose authorizing a new lease before the Kinser family's application is properly considered. So the 2 big issues I have is, one, Butler Pitch and Putt right now is awesome as it is. I think it's being run well, and I think that the Kinser family, if given a lease of a real time, would put money into the park. I don't think it's really necessary, but certainly the greens could be updated a little bit. And I also think that the proposal was wrongly rejected. So again, I could echo so many great words that people had up here before, but Butler Park, inclusive, affordable, traditional, accessible. It's not commercialized, and I think that's important. I don't want a vendor having a Starbucks there or something to change that. It feels like Austin. It feels like the Austin, certainly, that I grew up on and played as a kid. And there aren't that many places around that you really can go and feel like Austin, have a good time, and for not much money. And I just worry that any new operator will change that feel of the park. Second is the process. So, I certainly understand that the argument that one minor error should disqualify an application. That you don't want to appear to see favoritism in some people, and you want to discourage people from opening these things back up again. But this is a special case. This is a 70-year awesome family that's operated the place. A complete application was timely submitted except for a signature. This is not a typical road construction contract, right? So you're not. This is a special place. It is a special contract that should be given full consideration to renew. And I think it was just wrong that wasn't happened for a technicality. So I don't think that anyone else is going to come back to the city in this same circumstance, under the same facts, under the same equities as the Kinser family has with this case. This is not going to open a floodgate of reconsideration of procurement matters. And frankly, I think the Kinsers deserve an exception. They deserve for their application to be heard. I wasn't aware that she had actually hired a consultant to do this, but it makes me worry that you have to hire a consultant and have a lawyer check it over to make sure that it gets through and gets accepted. I don't want to be in a city that that requires that. So anyway, there's just so much history and tradition being lost in Austin, and I just really don't want this to be the one part of it. I think that they deserve to be considered, and if the other applicants are better, then I'll certainly support the council and the staff on that. We don't know. They deserve that consideration, and frankly, I'm confident that they will prevail if given an opportunity. So I respectfully request that you deny the action. I appreciate Council Member Kitchen and her amendments and motions, and I fully support that. I don't see a harm in waiting to decide this, to exclude the 70-year operator that's successfully done it. I don't see any harm in doing that. There's not a health safety issue. There's not we're not going to turn to pumpkins if this decision isn't made before, I think, full and proper consideration. So please give them a chance to save our institution. Thank you.
Thank you.